The Trump administration admitted this weekend that the U.S. was arming dissidents in Iran through Kurdish intermediaries. While the U.S. was negotiating with Tehran, they covertly armed protesters in the country as a pretext to launching war against Iran. The only hitch, though, is that those weapons sent through Kurdish intermediaries, they never reached their intended recipients. The Kurds kept the weapons for themselves instead of distributing them. Despite that operational failure, this admission from Donald Trump confirms that the U.S. and Israel were materially involved in supplying outside weapons to protesters in Iran in January. This is also why Donald Trump attempted to get Kurdish forces involved after his war began on Iran, saying, "Wouldn't it be wonderful if Iranian Kurdish forces crossed the border from Iraq and attacked the Iranian government?" The U.S. government was heavily involved in this regime change attempt in the Iranian government. But it didn't work, so they had to rely heavily on atrocity narratives to manufacture consent for a ground invasion and attack on Iran. And Trump is claiming tens of thousands of protesters killed in Iran, but the number keeps changing from 40,000 to 30,000 to 100,000 to 25,000 to 10,000. Even some US-based organizations are estimating that the total is only 7,000. The Iranian government has come out and said the total is 3,000. And it's so important that we question these narratives. So what the US did, in essence, was they deepened economic sanctions to push people to the point of protesting their government because they couldn't afford daily life. And then when they did begin protesting, he armed those protesters, instigating violent uprisings that were padded by Israeli Mossad agents. And then when that fell through, he launched a war on Iran to try to uproot its leadership and destroy the country. The U.S. is arming uprisings and then citing the violence they created as justification for war. And they relied on the fact that by the time all of this information came out, we would already be in the throes of war because they didn't want to give you enough time to question it.